Minute. Sorry, I'm trying to get my phone set up here. Whoa. How's everybody? Buckeye, let me message you the link, buddy. It's been a while. We got to hang out, man. Okay. Give me just a second here. All right, Buckeye, you should have the link. How's everybody doing this Sunday? It's hot. I might go sit outside on the porch, but it is hot and my phone is trying to die. Let's see what I can do here. Hold on just a second. I get this thing right. How's everybody been doing? How has everybody been doing? Randy Perkins. Hey, buddy. Been a while. Cowboy Corbin. Man, guys, I'm sorry. Let me get this thing straight. I'm going to go sit outside. How about that? Go sit outside on the porch. It's a beautiful day. A little warm. I've been good, guys. A lot of changes, a lot of developments, but I've been good. I've been rolling with the punches. Um, everything is pretty good. It's let these dogs out. Dad, gummit, hold on. And I got everything out of whack, guys. Sorry, I'm not prepared. 16 people. What's up? Sorry, I'm not on StreamYard today. I'm not on StreamYard, but I'll try to keep up with the comments. It has been a while since I used StreamYard, so I just didn't get on it. Let me plug this phone up here. Plug this phone up and we'll hang out. I got a couple verses I want to read to you guys. Talk about some stuff I've been going through. What has helped me in that process of life. Going through some stuff lately. Let me plug this up. Now. There we go. All right, fellers and fillettes. I have lost a little weight, guys. I have lost a little bit of weight. Lost a couple pounds. Oh, man. You guys have been doing good, man. I'm sorry it's been so long. Sorry it's been so long since we've been live. Let me go back up to the top here. Buckeye, I sent you a link, my friend, if you want to join. Or if you just want to hang out, that's cool. I got a couple verses I want to share with people, and I'm just going to talk to them about meditating on the Word of God, meditating and listening for God's direction. What up, Jason? What up, Cowboy? Me H, what's up? Hey, Sonia. Sasha, what's up? Brett, God bless you, sir. I'm having a beautiful Sunday so far. Randy, how's your uncle? Okay, I'll talk to you guys about that. Blue Eyes, hey, Blue Eyes. Libby, how you doing, Miss Libby? Oh, man. Oh, that was really cool. So, Adam, what's up, Adam? So, I saw in Libby's Instagram where she got to go to the Upchurch show. That's really cool. That's awesome. I think everybody should be able to go at some point. Oh, man. But, Libby, did you have a good time? I know you said that it was hard to see. because there was a couple guys in front of you that wasn't budging. But did you have a good time, Libby? React Attack, what's up? Why was you not in Moline last night? I saw where you went too. Ords, I saw where you went too, man. Bro, I was well last night. I was sleeping. I was tired, man. I had a full day yesterday. I had a cookout I had to go to for a church thing, and it was really, really cool. Oh, there's Buckeye. Whoa, look at Buckeye, 10,200 subscribers. Well, well, well. Hey,
What up, brother?
long time no see, man.
Yes, sir.
Been a while. How you doing?
Man, I'm having a blessed day. It's nice out. I'm
Beautiful, ain't it?
I'm fishing with my son.
All right. How's he doing?
He's doing pretty good. He hasn't
Good.
caught nothing yet.
You
Neither one of
showing
us
him up?
have.
You showing him
No, I haven't caught nothing yet either.
up?
No, I got up this morning feeling blessed. I was able to do 3 reactions, and I posted them, and I'm like, I'm going fishing for the live.
There you go.
It's too nice to be inside.
Well, I'm sorry I switched things around. I was going to go live at George Jones's gravesite, but my woman wasn't feeling too good. She kind of had a fever last night or something, so I'm going to stick by the house here close. But maybe next week I can go down to Nashville and go by the gravesite. I have a really
Yeah.
cool thing I was going to tell everybody that George Jones said his last words. It was really cool when he said his last words. But anyway, man, hey, so you've been good.
Yeah, it's just been busy. Just had a lot of things going on. Just wanting to be outside. So I've had people ask me about some of the reactions. I'm like, man, it's so hard to find the time between work and fishing and mushroom hunting.
Right, right.
Yeah, just
Yeah, I saw those morals, man. That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I took him to a buddy of mine. Because he found some. Me and him went
yeah.
hunting for him one day and didn't find any, but he
Right.
went by himself and found some, and I went and found some, took him over to him, then he invited me over. They fried them up for me and had
Man,
steak
I've
on the
always wanted
grill.
to
And
try them, man. I've always wanted to.
oh, they're excellent. There's
Really.
nothing like them. And it's just getting out, walking through the woods, trying to find them. You
Right.
know,
Well, man,
my
I just
son.
want to say congratulations. Buckeye has 10,200 subscribers, man. That's hey, 10,000 subscribers. That's a big. That's a what do you call it? That's a staple right there. That's a monument, man. Not
Yeah,
bad.
I wasn't expecting it because I haven't been doing as many reactions, but um, yeah, I couldn't believe it when I got up and I checked it and they were just going up. Of course, YouTube demonetized me again. I don't know why. I sent another video in, so we'll see how that goes. But it's not going to stop me. I don't do it for money anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
You'll get it. You'll get monetized again, man. Sometimes
Yeah.
what did they took your video down, so probably they're saying it was copyrighted or whatever, and so the hours didn't count toward. I know that garbage, man. That happened to me a couple times, and
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
That's why I like
YouTube is not good to us creekers.
right.
And
That's
I've
why I
had
like reacting to
yeah
Ryan stuff because uh they don't really well, I mean, I've had several come back that, not monetized, but which is perfectly fine. That's his music. But he doesn't like strike people. You know what I'm saying? Like he
right.
loves reaction. He loves the reaction channel. So
Yeah, I just reacted to one of his songs. Went way back and reacted to Country Way. I've been wanting to do a reaction of that song for so long.
oh man, I love
And
that song. I think that was one of the first ones I ever heard of him, man. I think that was close to the first one. Long time ago,
yeah,
man.
I
Then I think the
the
second one was Outlaw, I think.
I love the video to it.
Yeah.
I can relate to so much in that song.
He's out on the boat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
your style, yeah.
my first bass boat. Me and my son was out on. I started taking on water from somewhere and was bailing it
Mm.
out. So it kind of reminded me of that. Uh, and I was able to react to one of Trey Healy's song. I've been wanting to do it for a while. And
Yeah,
some other,
Trey's cool, man. I like Trey. I met him in Nashville.
yeah, I met him too, and he's just an awesome guy, man. He really is.
Hey, hologram, what's up? British
How?
Bulldog, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, I can't see the chat because of.
Yeah, I I fell out of my. I went back to my redneck ways and fell out of my StreamYard technologicalist.
Hey,
Technologist.
I tell you what, hologram is living the creaker's dream.
Yeah,
Going to all
yeah.
these shows. I think she took a break, but hopefully she's going to be in Cincinnati. There's a bunch of us meeting up in Cincinnati. I can't wait for that one.
Man, I gotta get tickets to that. I keep forgetting. Oh, that's July.
Yeah, that's 4th of July weekend.
Man, I gotta get tickets to that. Because we gotta hang out again, man. We gotta hang out at least one more time, my friend.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
What
I
up,
know that.
TNT? Sorry, buddy.
Oh, you're good. Go ahead and read the comments because, like I said, I can't see them.
Hologram says Drew Buckeye Hart. We love you too, man. I saw her in Alabama not long ago when I went and I interviewed. Oh yeah, guys. So I have an interview with Broadnex coming to the channel. I don't know if you've seen the teasers and stuff, but I got to interview Broadnex in Alabama. Uh, well, it's been like a little over a week now. So I'm almost done with that interview, and I'm going to throw it out there, man. And I'm super excited about that. Broadnex, I just want to say, I just want to shout him out, man. Great guy. He
Right.
let me, I hung with him all day, man, and I actually got to go on stage while he was doing his set and film. And whenever Church was on stage, I was kind of backstage as well, and just got to experience the backstage part of it, man. That was really cool. And Broadnex, not many people would let people do that, and I appreciate it, man. And he's an inspirational fellow, man.
Yeah,
He's
he's so calm and laid back.
dude,
I
yeah,
got a chance to meet him. Right before, the show in Nashville. We was at the Airbnb on a Thursday, and I was upstairs shooting pool with Mike 12 Point, and Ord's come fly. I mean, he flew up the steps, and he was like, "Broadnex is here."
yeah,
T2, Kalani, and Broadnex come and kicked it with us for like an hour or so, and
man. They're so cool, man.
yeah, yeah,
They're
they
so
are.
cool.
I mean,
All of them, all three of them, man. T2 is really cool too. He's just
man,
we talked and hung out, and whenever I was backstage when Church was on stage, Kalani was right there, and I told him, I said, I'm out. He was doing his thing on DJ, but I mouthed him. I said, I'm not bothering you, Emma. He's like, no, no, no. He's like, you're good, man. He said, I'm glad you got to come back here. They're just good people, man.
yeah, they are. There's not too many artists that will. When we was there in Nashville, it was cold that day standing in that line. And
Yeah, it was.
T2, Kalani, and them came out and was just greeting the people in line. And I've heard they've done that just about every show.
Hmm.
I heard they were taking pizza out to some and bottles of water. And who does that? You know what I mean?
Right, right,
I mean, honestly, nobody does that.
right. Ord said we kicked it backstage last night. That's awesome, bro. Sweet.
Yeah, heck yeah.
That's
What
so
up,
cool. It's
Ford?
so cool to catch multiple shows this year. I thought I didn't think I would do that, but I'm super excited about it, man. And
Right.
I'm excited about Cincinnati. I'm really going to try to go to Cincinnati. So,
Yeah, I don't think anything will top Nashville. I don't
dude,
think it,
Nashville was,
I
oh,
don't think anything would top that experience. It wouldn't necessarily just Nashville and the show. It was what led up to that, and what a just what amazing time, to meet all of you and hang out with all of you.
yeah, there's
And
so many people, man.
I didn't realize how funny you were, man. I mean, I thought you was funny anyway, but in real life,
Funny looking.
that was a good time, man. It really was, and that's part of the blessings of the Lord. I mean,
Yeah,
He helps us meet like-minded people. You know,
absolutely. Oh, man, I just had a blast. I was probably being like the class clown because I was just excited. All of my buddies in one place,
right?
really cool, man. It was just like one of those epic days, you know what I'm saying, that you remember for ever, you know.
Yeah, and I've made so many more friends and people that's become family like to
Yeah.
me, and just the conversations we've had on the phone. And D Libby called me up, told me about her experience, and
Oh
she
man.
she said she was sitting there holding her phone up, to where her arms were hurting, and
Yeah.
she got to meet hologram in
Oh, there you go. I wish I would have. I wish I could have went to the next show. I went to the Alabama. I didn't get to go to South Carolina though, man. I had to go back home, but I wish I could have because I could have met her and Libby and stuff. Man, that would have been cool. That'd have been really cool. I
yeah.
would have tried to get her backstage.
Let me say this: when we went to Nashville, I kept I kept looking around me to see if I was in anybody's way. Somebody that was shorter than me, I had a few, that I had in front of me. That way, they could see. I didn't want to be standing in someone's way. But if you go to a concert and you see someone in a wheelchair and you don't get out of the way, shame on you.
Shame
I
on
mean,
you.
shame on
Absolutely,
you. I mean, you know,
absolutely.
treat these ladies like ladies. You could have moved her in front of you and stood behind her.
Right.
I mean,
It's
but
not a contest, guys. Everybody's
no,
going to
it's
be able to
not.
see church. Everybody's going to be able to see the show and see up church. Just because you're 1 foot in front of somebody doesn't mean you're going to be able to go to Ghost Ranch or go. You know what I'm saying? It's not a contest.
Right.
Uh, and I've seen that. I've seen that at other shows too. I was at the Oliver
Oh
Anthony
yeah.
show. I
Yeah.
was at Oliver Anthony this past fall, and there was a disabled guy, and we were all trying to get to where we can meet him, and they were just about to trample this guy, and it was crazy, like it was nuts. It
There
was
it
like they were
is.
just losing their mind, and I don't know, man. Some people they totally lose all decency whenever they get an opportunity to see something like that. It's
Right.
not right. It's not right, and we should be ashamed. And
Yeah.
uh, you know, I don't know, man. I was just brought up different, you
Yeah, I
know.
was too. I was, just always try to be respectful of others, and if I can let someone have my place, in front of me or whatever, that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I don't understand that. Just
Especially somebody in a wheelchair.
especially people as Creek Squad.
Yeah,
We're
right,
supposed to
right,
we're supposed to be different than that,
right.
you know.
So Michael Knuckle, the truth spitter, said Trump and Snoop Dogg 2024. Let's go. That would that would be a wild combo right there.
Right.
Uh, but, but
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have some gunshots going off. Someone just went back to the gun range.
hey, more power to. Hey, I like
Hey,
that
that's
better. Actually.
that's the sound of freedom, buddy.
Hey, I like it. I'm all about it. But yeah, guys, me and Buckeye, we haven't been on here together in a while. We he had some family come down, and then I had a week to where I'd just gotten back. Oh, what was it? I was literally I got back at like 4 in the morning, I think,
Oh wow.
and I just could not wake up and do the live. There's just no way. From somewhere I had to go, and then last week I had to work. So last week I actually was working Sunday morning. They had there's a couple people out on vacation, so I had to fill in, and I couldn't do the live. But I'm
Hey,
glad to
life
be back.
happens.
Yep, it
Life
does.
happens, man. We still love you anyway.
Hey, I missed you guys, man. 100%.
Missed you
So
always.
one thing I've been going through lately is just trying to get get peace, like find peace and find um like like solace and peace in the things that are happening in my life whenever life rages and whenever all these things are happening and you don't understand why, and maybe it's the devil or maybe it's whatever my consequences from my actions. Something I've been dealing with lately is getting alone. This is what I've been doing lately: getting alone and just sitting and being quiet, which is really hard for me, as you would know.
Right.
In Nashville, I talked about nonstop. But anyway, uh, sitting alone, getting alone for however long, 30 minutes, an hour, 15 minutes. and just sitting there and maybe taking a Bible verse or whatever. I got this new book, and it's really good. It's like a devotional thing, and it goes through a devotion for each day of the year, which is really cool. But sitting alone and just meditating and just listening to nature sometimes, but just kind of saying a prayer under my breath and meditating and letting God speak to me.
Right.
Just getting whatever he's going to give me, just the thoughts, asking him for something. Lord, I come to you in this time. I want some direction for my life. I'm going through this. I'm going through this. Um, you know, I, I praise you for everything you're doing, the good and the bad. I believe in Jesus. I'm saved, but I want some direction in my life. I need some peace. So one thing I've been doing is getting alone and just trying to meditate lately, man. Taking the phone, putting the phone down, man.
Right.
Putting the phone
Exactly.
down. And
That's
dude, it's
it
been
works. It works,
yes,
doesn't it?
it's been so good for me, man. That and also there was this men's group I've been going to for about 3 or 4 weeks on Monday nights, and I thought it was going to be like a regular church thing, and I've been going to this church, and I went, and there was a bunch of men sitting there telling each other about their flaws. Open, man. They were
Right.
open about their
Right.
addictions, about their, maybe pornography addiction or whatever drug use or whatever that they're doing in their life that they struggle with, man. And one of them he had had some adultery. He had cheated on his wife at one point. One of them, um, he was, what was it? His son wouldn't talk to him anymore, and he was really guilty about when he was younger, the way he raised or whatever. And there's so much stuff, man, that I didn't expect. That I didn't expect um, a church to be open like that. And it was just
Right.
a guys group on a Monday night, man. And I found some awesome empowerment and some awesome people to like help you go through stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do here. I told them about the live. I told them about this, and they loved it. Like they some of them have been getting on here watching it, and
That's
uh,
awesome.
yeah, man. And so what we do, I told him, I said, man, that's kind of what me and a buddy from Ohio, it was his idea to do on Sundays. We get on here and we bear each other's burdens, man. I posted a picture, the thumbnail of Jesus carrying his cross. We all got to
Right.
carry a cross. We're all going to have struggle in life. We're all going to have burdens, man. And that's what we're doing on here right now. We're bearing each other's burdens and we're giving each other encouragement. You know what I mean? And I love
Yeah.
you guys, man. I love you guys. And I hate that I haven't been on here in a while, but
You know,
say many clicks band said, shout me out. Okay. There's your shout out.
I had um I had a friend of mine tell me that the other day, and of course I've had it said to me in the past many times because my friends know that they can call me up and they can talk to me about anything. And one of them said, this is kind of embarrassing. I'm going through this, and I said,
Right.
man, don't be embarrassed in front of me. I mean,
Right.
because I care about you. But there's someone, and what I always try to point them to is there's someone that cares about you more than what I ever could. There's someone
Right.
that wants to listen to you and cares about your troubles and burdens. If I ain't around, you can always talk to the Lord. And, when it becomes easy to talk to the Lord, I learned a long time ago to take those quiet moments, to start my days off every day with quiet time and meditation. Of course, I get up before everybody else does anyway.
Hmm.
You know, the roosters ain't got nothing on me. But that's my time where I meditate upon the Lord. I pray for my friends. I pray for you know um, my family, for even my enemies. And
Right.
I remember when I first read that about praying for your enemies, forgiving them. I thought, man, how hard is that? But when it becomes easy, when it becomes so easy to forgive and let things go and to pray for your enemies,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's so many people, they want to tell this and they want to tell that on somebody,
Right.
and they want to try
Right.
to destroy them and tear them apart. And
Yeah.
I just take it to the Lord, and I said, Lord, you know, I'm sorry I got mad at this person. I'm sorry I was upset at them. Will you help them? Maybe they don't know you, but if you just let them feel your love, you know, and when it
Well,
becomes easy,
when you're able to do that, when you're at a place where you're able to pray, it's hard for me. When you're able to pray for your enemies, that's the true. You're experiencing a true, like that's what Jesus did.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't stop. He could have stopped the soldiers. He could have stopped the Roman soldiers from crucifying him, but he didn't. He prayed for them. He said, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do."
right.
And when you're at that place, man, you're experiencing the true love of Christ. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Joel and Dennis, can I have a shout out? Hey, Joel and Dennis, God bless
Shout
you.
out to
Hope you're having a wonderful day. Creek Squad. Go ahead. Sorry, bud.
no, you're good. Shout them out.
Well, there's another
But
fella here, real quick, before I interrupt you again. Jay, all it says is Jay said I lost my wife. Jay, God bless you, sir, and let's keep him in our
thank you.
prayers. I'm gonna try to remember to pray for him when I get off of here, man.
I'm
Um,
writing your name down, Jay, and man, I feel for you. I really do. I don't know what that's like, but I know people that's lost their wife. It might not have been through death. It might have been a divorce. You know,
yeah,
I
right.
got a I got a real good close friend of mine that's going through that right now, and
Hmm.
it's awful. And I couldn't even imagine. But the only thing we can do is pray for him and be there for him. When you got a buddy that calls you up and said, "Man, Buckeye, you've been praying for me today," and I said, "Yes, I did." And he started telling me how he knew that it was only God that could have known about his situation and
Right,
moved in it and changed it. And man, I do. I pray for my friends and my brothers. I care about their needs, you know.
right.
And
I truly believe that,
I'll
man.
just be honest with you.
You got a good heart.
You talk about confessing. There's people I can't stand to see. I'm just being honest because and I'll just put it into God's hands because there's
Right.
nothing I can do for this person. You know,
Yeah.
there's absolutely nothing I can do to help them. And I hate that I feel that way, but I'm just being honest and truthful. You know, there's some people they're just man, they're so hard to deal with. So I was like,
Yeah.
God, I don't hate this person, you know, but I just dislike their ways. And can you help them? You know, and it is true to be like, you know, to forgive people that's done you so wrong. That is so hard for some people to do. And I've had a lot
That's
of people
true
tell
love of
me that,
Christ right there, man.
you
That's
know,
just it goes against our human nature, man.
yeah, because it's
I
not
hold a
me at
grudge.
all.
I get it from my grandfather. Sometimes I hold grudges, man. My grandpa was like that, and I get that sometimes, and there's sometimes where I can just let it go completely, and that's just something, man, that when you experience the true love of Christ and you realize that He didn't hold grudges against us, He died for our sins. And even though we still, I mean, I do stuff I'm not supposed to, even though I still do that every day, He still just
Right,
He holds His hands out and He says, I love you, my son. That's
right.
what He says. Even though, could you imagine slapping somebody over and over? Slapping
No,
somebody and them just holding their hands out saying, I love you, my son.
right.
It's
Yeah,
incredible.
because I've had people it's one thing to do something to somebody and okay, you know, you've done it, you forgave them, you moved on. But when they continuously keep doing it, you
Yeah,
know, and for 2 years I had this guy kept saying something to me and I kept ignoring this guy. I kept ignoring him and I'm pretty thick skinned. I can take a joke,
yeah,
but when you keep poking at me, finally I just turned around and I said, "What's your problem with me?"
right.
You know? And I know this guy goes to church, he wears a little scripture on his badge. But you know what? he said, "Man, I'm sorry." And I was like, "No." I was like, "Just stop. That's all I'm asking." I was like,
Right.
"I've dealt with this for 2 years from you. I've tried to ignore you. I'm not mad at you, but just quit."
Right.
A few days later,
Did you tell him like JJ Lawhorn said, pray for your brother, but leave me alone?
hey, they ought to be glad I'm not up to my old ways because I'd put a size 14 boot up someone's rear end with
Right.
your
Well, you're a big
signature
old
on it.
fella. You're a
It's
big
got
old
your
fella. I'd hate to see you if you were not a Christian and ready to whoop somebody. And plus, you can do
yeah,
the Arnold voice, man. I'd hate to get beat up by a guy who could do the Arnold voice while he's whooping me.
yeah.
Tadir, Takdir Ali says, "Love USA from Russia Ukraine border." Wow. Okay.
Awesome.
Hey, that's amazing that you're tuning in. I don't know if you're still in here, buddy, but hey, we're praying for y'all and y'all's situation over there with Russia. That's
Yes,
the
sir.
scary stuff, man. That's rough.
Yes,
But
and we are living in some troubled times where everywhere you look around, it
TNT
seems like
Dad.
there's people are troubled, people are fearful. You know, um, I look at it and see the wars, rumors of wars, things that's
Yeah.
going on in the Middle East with Israel and all that, and even things in our own country. And people are living in fear. They're troubled.
Oh yeah.
But all I keep going back to is how many times it says to fear not. How many times it says the Lord tells us to not to be troubled, to trust in Him.
Right.
And that's the only thing that keeps me sane. I mean, I don't know how many people, I know some people that go to church and they're always worried, they're always, seems like they're distressed,
Yeah.
about things that's going on in the world. And it's like, wait a minute, we were taught not to live in fear.
Right.
Even Jesus' own word said, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. you
Amen.
know
TNT. Yeah. That's and it's hard to do. I just have a bad habit of being anxious, but it's very hard to do. But that meditation, that's where lately it's been coming in, and like okay,
all right.
so I've been dealing with a lot of anxiety and stuff lately. Oh yeah, my uncle Harold, that was part of it too. He was really sick, and I've had some other personal issues.
How's he doing?
Dude, he is up. He
Yeah.
was driving the other day. He
Wow, he's drunk.
drove down to our house. He got his walker out, got out, walked, and he said, "What are you doing, you lazy sucker?" And so he's feeling way better.
That's so
I have a
awesome.
I have a video of him acting like he's dancing. I'm gonna put it on here later. I'm gonna make a short video about it. But
You
yeah,
know
he's
that
walking, man, and he actually turned. He was turning like this, like, and that's not
and that's something too, because we were both we were both going through
Adam said that's exactly right, Buckeye. Go ahead.
yeah, we were both going through some personal things, and we're also going through some stuff where someone that we deeply cared about and loved was it was looking dark and dim, and
Yeah, yeah,
my father-in-law he was pretty much I didn't give up faith and hope,
Mhm.
and look what the Lord has done. Look at your uncle, look at my father-in-law now,
Both of
you
them,
know both of them.
incredible, man.
It really is, and that just comes from prayer and fasting, and that's something I try to do also. I don't like to really talk too much about it, but because I don't want them to think, oh, this guy's just bragging, he does this. But when
Right.
I get someone on my heart and my mind, I will skip breakfast, I will skip lunch,
Yeah.
I'll fast for them and pray for them. And that's the only way that, even Jesus' disciples saw that he was healing people, and they tried to do it and said, why can't we do this? He said this comes from prayer and fasting, and it's one thing to put the little praying hands emoji, but
Right.
there's another thing to actually pray for somebody, sacrifice for them, fast for them, and you see the results from it. I
Oh
mean, you
man.
honestly do.
I've been
and
I've been
it's
praying for
amazing.
me and my wife to get back closer, a little bit closer to God, and try to put Him at the center of our life. And the other day, just out of the blue, the other day she called me. I was on my way home and she called me. She said, "You want to pray together tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do." I said, "We haven't done that in a long time. Let's do it." And so that was just out of nowhere, man. And like you said, man, ever since I've been going to this group, and it ain't for everybody, church ain't for everybody, but
Right.
ever since I've been going to this group, man, it's just really, it's given me a community of people to be empowered with, to go through things with. Man, I wish we lived closer together, man. We would have
No,
such a
yeah.
man. We would go fishing. I swear, I need to go
Yeah,
fish. I miss
we'd be
fishing.
fishing now doing a live. Wouldn't it be,
Yeah,
'cause we're both
absolutely, man.
outside. It's too nice
Absolutely.
to be inside.
Yeah, it's gorgeous today. Somebody
But
said coming from the Vatican. I don't know if they're joking or what, but who knows?
yeah, I
TNT
don't know.
said that's why I give everyone respect because Hebrews says that you might just be in the presence of angels. Huh,
Right.
that's interesting. That's interesting.
Oh,
Um,
I believe that. There's a couple times I thought, Lord, was that a person or an angel? You
right.
know, there was a time where there were six of us. I took 'em fishing. We was, fishing for walleye along the river, and this old guy just comes walking up to me. I mean, I turned around and he was there, and he said, "You catching anything?" I said, "No, not yet." And he stood there and talked to me while I was still casting fishing, and we started. He asked me if I knew the Lord, and I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "I knew you did when I walked up." And we started talking. I started asking for prayer for somebody that I truly love that's never been a part of my life, my own brother. And here, this guy was with his son. His son was fishing, but he was walking around fishing for Jesus. He was
Uh,
trying to reach somebody. And
right.
a buddy of mine come up and he's like, because he seen me talking to him for a long time. I caught three fish while I was talking to him. And I told him, I said, don't go nowhere, you know. But my buddy's like, do you know that guy? I was like, no, I never met him before. I was like, but if you ever seen an angel? Because the guy said what I needed to hear, you know. And
Wow.
he
Isn't it
just walked
crazy?
off.
And he didn't even know.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
fishing, you know what I mean? Just minding
God
my own
sends people
business.
like that, man. Absolutely.
Right.
There's a guy in here that said, I'll just say it. There's some guy. There's a couple folks in here that are saying some stupid, funny stuff or whatever.
That's all
Uh,
right.
whatever. I mean, and we got some new people in here because of your channel and my channel. But guys, I'm just what we're talking about is there's going to be a day in your life. You can laugh or you can poke fun or whatever,
Yeah.
but there's going to be a day in your life to where you're going to look around and you're going to desperately need somebody, and there's going to be nobody there, and you're going to have to turn to Christ, or you won't. That's your decision.
Right.
And there's nobody else that can heal you or take the pain away or save your soul if it's on your deathbed or whatever. And you're going to realize uh, one way or the other, you're going to have to turn to Christ or you're going to be in front of Him. And so that's what we're talking about. You know, oh goodness, I'm trying to set this phone up here and trying to charge it at the same time. But yeah, so you know, uh, just remember that all of us have. It's fun to be funny, but all of us have those times in our lives where we need something serious. We need something and to change our lives, and so I've been there, man. I've been there,
Yeah.
and yeah. And Blue Eyes says all knees shall bow. Yep. And I mean that's just when you. I went through. Through a few circumstances where God got me alone, and He was like, "Look, um, you know, this is not good. You got to, there has to be a change. Something has to change." And a few important things in my life, a few important circumstances, man. And I'll never forget it. But I'm doing much better now. And oh yeah, back to Uncle Harold real quick. Sorry, I'm skipping around. Back to
All
Uncle
right.
Harold. He does have cancer, but it's not aggressive or nothing like that. It's some I can't remember what they called it. They think that he'll be just fine. He's getting stronger, and at some point he's going to go back and have an appointment for his treatments. So they think he can just take a pill. Oh, what up, Kurt? Captain Kurt in here, dude.
What
What
up,
up?
Kurt? I'm glad to have all of you here.
Kurt's. I don't know if y'all saw it. Go on. Uh, what did we share it on? Did I send it to you, Buckeye? Yeah, the video of
Oh
Kurt's little
yeah,
girl. Yeah,
yeah,
Kurt's
that
little
was.
girl. Yeah, I saw
I
her in
tell you what,
Alabama. I saw her in Alabama. I started a war, Buckeye. I said,
that
"Who's
day.
your favorite YouTube? Who's your favorite YouTube?" And she goes, Up Church." And then her dad goes, "No, who's your other favorite? Who's your other favorite?" She goes, "You." And he's like, "Yeah, but who's your other favorite?" She said, "Buckeye." And then I pulled the camera out and I filmed her. I said, "I'm gonna send this to Buckeye." I said, Who's your favorite YouTube?" She said, "Up Church." And then he said, "Who's your second favorite?" She goes, "Buckeye." And then Daddy.
Oh,
So she skipped ahead. You see, she puts you up
no,
a rank.
don't be mad at me, Kurt. That's so. I tell you what, you sent me that video, and
Yeah,
it did it. To
she's
to think that
hilarious,
she
man.
remembered that, yeah,
Yeah, I
she
don't have
is.
kids. I don't have kids, so it was just really, it's really neat whenever I get around other people's kids because I can spoil them or whatever and
Right.
leave, you know. But I don't have kids. And she was hilarious, man.
Yeah,
She was
and
funny.
my wife's even said that. She's like, it seems like everywhere we went, it's like they've just been drawn to me, just like
Yeah,
pets. I had this one guy was like, man, that my dog never lets anybody pet him, and I thought, I don't know what it is, but
well,
I was
animals
over,
and
I
probably
was at a butt,
kids, they can sense like good
yeah,
nature about somebody.
I was at a buddy of mine's house, and his granddaughter came in, and I was the first one she ran up to. She gives me a hug. She's like, "We got the same name," and which her name's Stevie, and and I thought she remembered that. You know what I mean? And
Huh.
it just in a world where things are so bad, it's something like that can really humble you. You
Oh
know,
yeah,
to be able to touch someone's life like that, it's so
yeah,
so small. And I mean, she just passed everybody else up that was there. It's like, and I'd only been over there one time. When we had a cookout over there, me and my wife was over, and it just, man, kids have a way of melting your heart.
yeah. They
You
do.
know,
Yeah. I don't have kids. I wanted kids, but I'm good now. But my wife, she pretty much had to raise her siblings, so she was just like wore out, and she didn't want them for a while. So we just waited. And now we're probably not going to have any now. But yeah, man, there's something about a kid, just the innocence of a kid. And it's just so neat. It's just pure. And
yeah,
like you said, man, like what I put a post out on Facebook and I think YouTube not long ago. And it was, if you, whether you're looking for destruction or you're looking for redemption, you're going to find it. And to me, I was listening to a podcast earlier about this guy who was a Satanist. He was like one of the top 10 most powerful Satanists in the world, apparently. I don't know how that works, but apparently he was in the club or whatever it is.
yeah. I
So,
don't know.
yeah, I don't know what it is, but anyway, so he was talking about. I mean, I've only been listening to about 30 minutes of it so far. There's probably a few different episodes, and dude, it's just in like the stuff he goes into, man. I had to stop listening to it for a little bit because it was so dark.
Right.
It was insanely wicked. Like it was just like, how do people even do that? I don't even understand. Like it has
I
to be
don't
driven
either.
by a dark force. It has to be driven by a dark force,
Oh, it
And
is.
so when you
People don't.
surround yourself
Yeah.
with people, good people, it was great seeing Kurt again. He was. We had a good time, man. Payday, I saw Payday too. And it was just a great time, man. In Alabama, it wasn't as many people as Nashville. I didn't see many people as Nashville, but it was awesome. But yeah, when you surround yourself with good people who just have that good vibe, and Kurt's little girl, she's just joy. She's just a joy to be around. She's just hilarious. And things like
Yes,
that, man, they just light up the world. And
yeah. Cassidy will send me stuff, on Instagram, tag me in it, and it's just so. I mean, Braylon is just such a special kid. I mean, not because she knows who I am. It's watching some of Kurt's live when he has her on there. It makes it all better. I mean, it just makes you like I've always said. You never know who's watching your life. You know,
right,
you
right,
never know who that you're touching or who you're inspiring.
right.
And I'm sitting there holding our little friendship rock we got from Palm
Oh,
Creek,
yeah,
and
yeah.
as soon as he said it, I picked it up, and it's touching, man. It just
TNT
makes
Dad,
you
see you, buddy. Sorry, I'm not on StreamYard this week. I haven't been able to see all the comments very good and put them up. But hey, thanks for dropping by. He says I got to get out of here, brother. Catch you later. Hey, appreciate you, man. Be on the
yeah.
lookout for Broadneck's interview, and we're going to be doing this, I guess, next week and as much as we can. So take it easy, man. Sorry.
Yeah, catch you later. Happy you were here. No,
Yeah,
thank
absolutely.
you for doing that because I'm me and you get to ramble. And at least you're paying attention because, like I said,
Well, I feel bad if somebody thinks I'm ignoring them. It's so hard to
me
keep up with.
too,
Yeah.
me too. And I've had people, they've. It seems like I've had a lot of that lately because I didn't see someone's post or I didn't see something on Instagram or
Hey, Sean.
I didn't see their message or something, and
Yeah.
I mean, I try to get back to people. I don't try to ignore people.
Right. Right.
I even met someone at Nashville and they told me who they were and they were like, "Yeah, I thought you just didn't. I sent you a message about something and I just didn't see it." You know,
Yeah.
and
I forget, man. I'll look at something sometimes and I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hit them back here in a little bit when I'm not
yeah,
with my wife or whatever, and I'll totally
right.
forget.
I
Uh
know I'm the same way, and I feel so bad about that.
yeah,
You
swag
know.
granted says to be honest, if you have depression or anxiety or some other mental stuff, boxing is the way to go.
Oh
Boxing makes
yeah,
that stuff go out the window and you're gonna build confidence. Hey,
yeah.
physical stuff, if you can do it, it does help, man. It's hard too when you're going through really, really bad anxiety because like it makes you feel like you're having a panic attack if your heart rate gets up. But yeah, it's they always say that exercise and stuff like that is really good for
I don't know.
depression and anxiety.
There's something about just taking something out on a punching bag.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know. Um, I was all into that. And
Yeah,
I still have mine at home. And I told my son, I was like, he came home one day, he's frustrated. I was like, go over there and hit that bag for a little bit. You
yeah,
know,
right,
just release it somehow. Just don't release it out on your family or people.
right.
You know, I can imagine if that big boy released something on somebody.
You can imagine what?
I can imagine if my son released his negative energy on somebody.
Oh, he's a big
You
old
know,
boy. I wouldn't want that at
hey,
all, man. He's a nice guy too. He's just kind of quiet and
yeah,
just a good.
he's sitting over there on the picnic table. But I'll tell this about him. He came home from school one day, and I never seen him that mad and angry. And I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "These kids keep picking at me." And there was like four of them, and they were still like walking down the street. And I told him, I said, "Hey," they turned around, and looked at me, and my son was standing there, and I said, "You ought to be thankful that I raised this boy different." you
Mhm.
know, because he would tear all four of you up at once, and I would sit
Right,
back and watch.
right.
And they never messed with him anymore. You know,
He's
and
strong, man. He's got to be strong as a bull. He's huge, man. But yeah, people are they think that just as somebody is quiet or kind that they're
right,
not able to whoop some hind end, but that's not true. You get somebody
or
mad enough,
because
they
yeah,
will.
because
What's
you're
up, Jay? What's
forgiving.
up, Jay Crumley? I met Jay Crumley in
What
Nashville,
up?
man. He came up to me and he said, hey man, watch everything you do. And he's like, I even like your music. And I'm like, man, that's cool. Like it made my day for real.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I said. You never know. I mean, being there in Nashville, I had people coming up and I didn't even know, who they were. It's different putting a face to a name
Right.
or something because not everybody has, their YouTube name is different from the real name. So
Right. Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to put that together, and you just never know who you're touching or who you're helping, you know. And
Right.
I can imagine we could be using our platforms for other things, you know. We could be
Yeah.
doing like other people do, but we choose not
Spreading
to.
hate, anger.
And people don't like you for that. That's fine, because those aren't the type of people you need around anyway,
Right.
you know. It's not that you hate them or don't like them. It's just, you just don't
Man,
want to be a part of that.
I have a verse to read, and years ago, man, and I've told the story several times, but years ago, man, whenever God did something that there's no way I can deny that was anything else. He brought me out of a really, really, I mean, the toughest season I've ever been through as a human. And when he brought
Right.
me out of that, man, I knew it was him because I've been praying for it for 6 months, and he brought me out of it in only the way that he could, man. He introduced me to a 12-step program, and it got me out of my anxiety and depression problems without any medication at the time. And it was just something that was it was miraculous. I woke up in the middle
Right.
of the night. I got woke up 3 or 4 times in the middle of the night, and I had this feeling I need to go watch TV. So I went and watched TV, and it was this infomercial about a program. Long story short, I ordered the program, and it literally just saved my life, man. But so that story, I have a verse here, and I just want to say that us doing this channel, man. When you hit me up to do this channel, man, I knew there was something. Just it was in my ear, and it was like, this is what I want you to do. I just knew it. I knew that something was going. Hey, I'm not the channel. I'm sorry, the live that we do on the
Right.
weekends. Because people, you said people need it. People need to be prayed for. People need to be empowered. People need Jesus. And so, whenever you reach out to me, man, I just remember thinking, you know what? I don't know what it is, but yeah, you're right. I just knew it. I just knew it was the right thing to do. God made me feel, and we didn't even really know each other too well.
Yeah, that's what I was just sitting here thinking. I mean,
Yeah,
we commented on stuff, but we never
yeah.
even really talked or anything like that. And I just
Hey,
felt
Misty.
I was meditating, praying that morning, and something just I seen your face, and I just knew that it's helped
God
me.
bless you, man. That was
It's
probably
helped
rough.
you.
That was probably rough. You saw my face while you were meditating. You're
No,
like,
I
oh
mean
no, what's going on, Lord?
that's
No,
funny, man.
but there's a verse, man, and it reminds me of what's been going on this channel. We got 78 people in here right now, Buckeye. I don't know if we got 74,
Yeah,
78 people. We had
God bless all of
130 a while ago. I just want to read
you.
this Bible verse.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
you go ahead. No, I was just
Ru-
thinking that there's some people that might come in and they might not like what we're talking about. They might think that we're going to talk about other something else, and
oh man,
but I'm thankful that all of you are here, every one of you.
every one of you,
Even
we
though
want to
I can't,
love on you,
even though I can't see who's in here, God knows that you're here. He knows what you have need of. Go ahead, read that scripture.
man. Like Buckeye said, I want to love on y'all. First thing for this channel is we want to love on people, man, and just encourage them and pray for them, show them the love of Christ. It's hard to do that sometimes. We got stuff going on in our own lives. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, man, subscribe. And we have a ton of Sunday lives, man. Go on the live Sunday. Maybe we'll do one on his channel sometimes. Maybe we'll do that. But I just want to say, man, that there's been people that I know in my personal life, me being one of them at some point, but them saying, oh man, I don't want nothing to do with Jesus. I don't want nothing to do with church or Jesus or anything like that. And then
Right.
all of a sudden, you find them praying all the time, and they're cracking the
Yeah.
Bible all the time, and it just changes their. They'll be the first ones to say, "I don't want nothing to do with it," and then all of a sudden, man, you find them praying,
Yep.
and
Hey, I was that guy. I was that
yeah,
guy at one time in my life. I
right.
didn't want no one talking to me about it, you know, and
I think we all were at some point. Yeah, I had a hard time with a lot of it comes from trauma, church trauma, people
same
being,
here.
terrible
Yeah.
people, and they're going to church, and yeah, it's there's a lot to unpack there. But
Yep.
here's the verse, man, that reminds me of what we're doing, man, a little bit. Uh, Romans 8:28. We know that all things work for good for those who love God,
Good Lord.
who are called according to His
His
purpose.
purpose.
So,
Right.
me and Buckeye, somebody asked us earlier where you're from. I'm from Tennessee. Buckeye's from Ohio. And we're just two good old boys, just two fellers who, first of all, we met by loving up church music, Creek Squad, and loving
Right.
Ryan's music. We met like that on the internet, and we're both believers. And so we're, hey, we're using our fan bases for something that's way bigger than us. And
Right.
to help anybody out, in prayer or whatever. If you have a prayer request and you're new, tell us what you need prayer for, or put it unspoken or whatever. And we're just here to love on people and spread positivity, man.
Yeah. Because the world needs it. There's so much bad, and there's just so many bad things going on out there. There's some people, all they want to do is talk about one another, tear somebody down, and we're just not that way. Um,
No,
I know that we're going to be disliked for it, but that's okay. I've been disliked for a lot of other dumb reasons, but hey, there's some people that won't like you for it, but there's going to be others that will love you for it.
right. Well,
So
even if they don't like me, all I can tell them is, first of all, get in line. I got a lot of people who probably don't like me.
right.
Secondly, I'm doing it for God. I'm not doing it for no man. Um, or for God's I'm doing it for God's will. Obviously we're here to help each other, but yes, it's for the Lord.
Yeah, and
But
look what's came out of it. I mean, um, just so many wonderful people that they're just like us, like you said, been, hurt by, you know, church people, was raised to to think a certain way. And if you didn't, oh my gosh, you're going to go to hell. I no
right,
longer care what any of them think,
right,
you know, because I know what has been done from it. I know that there's people that wouldn't necessarily go to church that might tune into this, or you might be able to sit and talk to them on the phone, and
right.
the Lord can love them right sitting right where they're at. They don't necessarily have to be in the church building,
Oh
you
man,
know.
I've gotten
And I,
convicted, and I've had the Holy Spirit come across me and not even be near a church. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Riding in the car down the road listening to something or whatever, man.
yeah, and I would
Church.
never discourage anybody from going, but I have seen those people that, I mean, I knew what their church was about because I studied
Yeah,
religion, and it's funny because they will all of a sudden they'll quit talking to you. They'll quit hanging around you. They like you're some type of bad influence or something,
right, right.
and it's like,
Well, no,
they'll
that's
quit.
not. Yeah,
Right.
the right kind of church, or the right group of believers is not going to shun people and all this
Yeah,
stuff. The Bible, and obviously Jesus, when he was on earth, he reached out to people. He told them, he said, "Follow me. I'm the living water." And
right.
he loved them. He loved them. He saved a woman's life who was a prostitute.
Yeah,
And that's who I'm trying to follow. I'm not trying to follow no church. I'm not trying to
right,
follow no man. I'm trying to follow the Lord because He is the only hope that I have.
right. Yeah, because people's going to let you down. And that's why I tell people, don't follow after me. I try to lead them to the Lord, you know. Then I mean, I never will forget. I had one guy that,
Yes, Adam.
and it's not like every time that I was around him, I tried to push something off on him. You know what I mean? I've
Yeah.
never tried to do that, because I don't like that myself. But it actually finally clicked with him. And now he's just, he'll hit me up and he'll say, "Hey, what do you think this means?" Or "What do you think that does?" And I said, "Man," I was like, "I can give you my opinion, but if you
Right.
just pray about it and ask the Lord, He'll show you the way." You know, and
Right.
that is so true. Because man's going to let you down. You know,
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're going to, I don't know how many times I knew of people, family, they went to church, but if their pastor wasn't there, they stayed home. So, what are you going for? What if that guy messes up? What if he quits? What if he just leaves? I mean, we're not supposed to put our faith and trust in man.
Right.
You know,
Right. Absolutely.
you put your faith and trust in the Lord and Him only. He can change your life. I mean, He can He can forgive you and let you forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Because we've all done things that we regret. We've all said things that we shouldn't have said. You know, and man, that's why I don't like someone to bring something up that happened a year ago, because that person could have changed yesterday. You know what
Right.
I mean? I mean, at any moment, the Lord can change somebody,
Yeah.
So you can't hold something over someone's head and rehash and regurgitate the same vomit, you know, that someone did to you or said to you a year ago. I
Yeah.
had a guy, for instance. I mean, of course, I'd never mention anybody's name, you know, but this guy took me for a lot of money. This guy did some things to me that someone would have just had every reason to dislike this person, but I've been talking to him a lot, you know, and I let that go because some things in his life had happened. He lost somebody that was dear to him that changed him, you know. And so you can't hold anything like that. He even told me, he said, "Man," because I mean, 10 years have went by,
Yeah.
you know, and he said, "If there was any way I can repay you, you know, I would. If I could give you money, whatever." And I said, "Look," I was like, "Forget about it. Forget about the money, forget about what was said, forget about what was done. You asking the Lord to forgive you and come in your life and change you was worth everything to me. Us talking now is everything to me. So you just gotta let things go, man. I mean,
Got to, man. There was a circumstance where uh somebody had told me somebody was talking bad about me. Because it was whenever I was going through that anxiety phase and depression really bad back in 2009, and I had gotten laid off from my job. It wasn't my fault. They had changed a bunch. Remember, the economy was terrible and stuff.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they had changed a bunch of stuff, and so they laid off a bunch of employees where I was working. I was working for a newspaper, and I did I was like printing out these things and like getting everything ready for the newspaper, and I was on a computer or whatever. And um, so anyway, I got laid off, and I collected unemployment because I couldn't find another good job for a little while. It was pretty rough. I collected unemployment just for a little while, maybe like a few months, and they had judged me on that. Which unemployment, to be honest, when you collect unemployment, I'm pretty sure it's your money you paid in for Social Security anyway. But
right,
yeah, I think it is. It's not like taxpayer money. But anyway, so this person was talking bad about me, and all he did is lay around and collect unemployment and this and that, and I saw him somewhere. It's so funny how God works. I saw him
yeah,
somewhere out at the grocery store or something, and he said something to me. And he didn't know that I knew what he said, but he said, "How you doing, man? How you doing now?" and stuff. And I said, "Oh, I'm good, man. I work." And at that time I was working at that factory. I was like, I work 70, 80 hours a week now, man. I said, I bought me a house out here in Portland. You know, paying my mortgage, and I got a wife and a car, and working a
Yeah.
ton. And so I'm working all the time, and he didn't know what to think. So people judge you all the time, or people judge other people. I'm guilty myself. They judge other people. Maybe somebody went through a season to where they were abusing drugs. Maybe they were an addict. Well, guess what? 5 years later, you can meet that person, and they could have it together better than you can.
Right.
So it's good. It's good not to judge people like that, man, because
Well,
I've seen things happen like that myself. And
yeah.
or people judge and they say, "Oh, well, that's so and so. He's always going to be doing this and that." I told somebody, I said, you know, don't judge me from 10 years ago when we went, when we hung out together or whatever. I was a different person. I was doing stuff back then that I probably never should have been doing or whatever, and drinking a lot or whatever it was. But you can't look at people. You can't do that. People do change, man.
Yeah. They can.
Yeah,
You
they
know.
can. Yeah, you're right. They can.
But just to I know people they'll bring up something that happened last year and just
Right.
keep on like it's like let it go. I know that you were hurt over it.
Yeah.
You don't think I ain't had I mean literally every right to be mad at somebody or or hate this person, for the things that were done. But you
Right.
you have to you have to let that go for your own peace.
Right.
And the biggest form of forgiveness is forgiving somebody without them even apologizing to you. Hey, I'm sorry I did this to you. Sorry I told some false information about you.
It's
Let
hard
it
to
go,
do,
man.
man.
It's not worth hanging on to that. You'll never
Right.
get anywhere like that. You'll never it's like being stuck in the mud, man, and just you're just spinning your wheels and sinking yourself deeper. You know, every once in a while need to be like, Lord, help me out of this. He's the only one that can help you out of it. You know, he can pull you
Yeah.
right out of the mud. But to sit there and you'll never go anywhere like that. You'll never be successful at anything with just holding that grudge and that hatred towards
Right.
that person. When you let it go, I had somebody tell me, he's like, man, he's like, I thought about what you was saying. He's like, I prayed and I prayed for that person. He's like, he's right. He's like, I never had so much peace in my life. He's like, I didn't
Right.
realize that I was doing that. He's like, but
It's
what if I let it go? Things had changed
yeah.
for him.
Once you apply your walk with Christ, and once you apply like what the Bible says to do, and what the way it says to seek comfort and actually seek a relationship with Him,
Right.
it's incredible. Like, because you think, oh no, whatever. It's just that it's incredible the way your life will change, man. It's so
Yeah.
crazy. EW the Beast. Hey, I'm game, man. I'm a fun guy. So EW
What?
the Beast, you got a sub now, man. I'm going to read this. He said, by the way, if you read this next part out loud, I will sub. I'm going to read it. I know this is Sunday morning, guys, but hey, I'm going to get a new sub out of it. And more importantly, he's going to sub and he's going to see things about the Lord on Sundays when it comes up in his notifications, hopefully. So, hey, I'm a fun guy. Here he said to read this and he'll sub. You better keep your word. I'm going to look. He said to read, I farted so hard. Help me. My dad died from it. Okay, there you go. So now you got a sub, man. Now you got a sub.
People are funny,
hey,
man. Hey, I've got a
hey,
sense of humor.
hey, I got a sense of humor. I'm a fun guy. Now you got a sub, and you're gonna get them notifications, buddy, from the good Lord. But anyway,
Right.
that's silly. Sorry, guys, that threw you off. Just having a good time. Um, yeah, welcome to the channel. Um, but yeah, so yeah, what you were saying, man, when you apply things like that to your life, I mean, like I've been told, I've been going to church on and off, just here and there, and church isn't everything. Like we've talked about, you have to have a stable relationship with Christ and know where your salvation comes from before you put men or you put relationships or social stuff in front of it. You know what I'm saying? But if you get the right community like we're doing right here, if you get around the right kind of people, man, who don't have a stick up their butt or something. I don't know which way to say it. Sorry, it's inappropriate,
Right.
but hey, uh, or who are not holier than thou and all this stuff.
Right.
When you find a good community like that of people, man, it's really it'll help you so much.
Yeah. I mean,
I've had people
look.
tell me I've had people tell me for the past 4 years that I've been going to this church on and off. There's months where I didn't even go, but I've had people tell me you need to go to Monday night. You need to go to the men's group on Monday night, and I'm just thinking, it'll be like whatever, like a devotional or something. Man, I went in there and there were guys just bawling, just so
Right.
upset or so sad or so happy or whatever, and they were praying for each other. There was a homeless. Now listen to this. This is really cool. There was a homeless guy that came in. He was living out of his car, and he came to the group. He started coming. So he was sitting there like the first week that I was there, and he was sitting there. We were talking to him, and he was telling everybody his situation. I'm living out of my car, this and that. He said, "I'm not asking for any money." He said, "But I just want you guys to pray for me." So first of all, somebody gave him some money. I gave him a little bit of money, uh, but he didn't want it. But he took it, because we were trying to help. But we all prayed and prayed. We prayed for him. We all laid hands on him and prayed, which I haven't done that in a long time.
Right.
But so we prayed, and then the next week he came. We prayed for him again, and he found a job. Finally, he finally found. He's been looking for a job. Finally got him a job. So the next week he came. He said, "Yeah, I'm starting orientation." And I mean, it was just like the Lord is just like when you
That's the
apply
way.
yourself, man, and
Yeah.
you get around people. Guess where he got the job from? One of the guys in the group. So and so when you when we all have bad habits, we have habits to isolate ourselves, man. I do sometimes, but whenever you get around the good people, like what we're doing here, man, genuinely, I know Buckeye genuinely cares, man. He's a great guy. Um, he reminds me of my uncle who was sick, is sick. But anyway, so when you get around people who genuinely care, man, there's power in that.
Yeah.
There's
There is.
power. There's power in that when you're there for each other. Um, but I can't remember what my original point was, but man,
It don't.
I
It don't.
just it's
It
good to
doesn't
be here.
matter.
It's good to
You
be
know.
here, and it's been a while. I know it's been a while, guys, but it's really good to be here. And um, we do this every Sunday, so um, yeah, my wife is Yo Main Girl said my worst habit is isolation. I've been praying for you, Yo Main Girl.
Yeah.
Um, I talked to her and I've been praying for her. I I feel like there's so much trauma and so many things in the world, man, and it's just it breaks my heart, man, when I get around somebody who's really in pain and you can feel it. I could feel it through the phone, man, and
Right.
and my wife goes through some depression sometimes, man, from her childhood and just the church trauma. She was a Jehovah's Witness, and or she wasn't, but she was raised that way, and so like there's just so much to unpack when people have been hurt over and over and over in the
Right.
worst kind of way, But hey, I'm here as much as I can give. I'm here, and it ain't much, but I can pray for you guys. Uh,
Yeah. This.
so
This ain't all about us. Even though the Lord has helped us, it's about all of you. It's about all of you that's here. What even if you don't like us, even if you think we're just some long-haired hippies, I mean,
Well,
that's
Cypher 615 says, get a haircut and take a shower. I take a shower, bro. I take a shower.
yeah.
Just don't smell me. You don't smell me through the phone. I got the smell-o-vision on right now, man. Go ahead, Buckeye. I'm sorry. What would you
No,
say?
you're fine. I just thought that was funny. That's funny, man.
I don't
Go
care,
ahead and
man. I
read
roll. I
read
can
some
laugh at
more.
myself. I roll
Read
with them. I don't care.
read some more of the comments. I mean, like I said, I can't
Misty
see them.
said, "SW, how is Uncle Harold?" She wasn't in here a while ago. I don't think when we were talking about it. Um, man, my Uncle Harold is doing amazing. It's really just a miracle to see. He was so sick before he went and had those surgeries that he literally couldn't even sit in a chair without just groaning. He couldn't sit
Man,
without groaning and just moaning and groaning. Man, he was in so much pain. He had a surgery. If you guys don't know my uncle, he's pretty much pretty much like my father. He didn't have kids, and so me and him just really have had a wonderful relationship, and we always do stuff together. I'll go call him whenever I'm going somewhere, and we'll go get something to eat or something. He likes to sneak around and eat stuff he ain't supposed to eat when his wife ain't looking. Like we'll go out and get some barbecue or something. But he had a surgery on his neck, and they said he was 90 something percent chance he was going to be paralyzed. And then he had a surgery. Even with the surgery, there was like a 50% chance he was going to be paralyzed still. His bones, he had some kind of osteoporosis or something like that, and his bones were moving in a way to where it was going to paralyze him. So he got through that first surgery in his neck. Really, that was a rough one. Then he got one in his lower back, and he's actually walking now. He was driving his car the other day, which is crazy. It's only been like a couple months, driving his car, walking. He's back to his old self, joking around and stuff. Um, he is
That's
he
awesome.
does have cancer. They were in there during surgery and they found some cancer, but it's not aggressive or nothing like that. And they say after treatments, ain't no telling how long he's had it. After treatments, they say it should clear up. If he's getting stronger every day, so they're going to start that. So Uncle Harold is he's two thumbs up right now, and hopefully soon he'll be a thumbs up and a creaker horn here, a rock horns here or something. But hopefully he'll be 100% soon. But he's in great spirits, man. I know he feels a lot better. That's for sure. But anyway, thanks for asking, Misty. I love my uncle very much, man. Just a terrific person. I've seen him do things for people, man, that you know only a Christian or just a really good person would do. Christian person or whatever you want to say. But I saw him give a woman $4,000 one time just to save her house. Just stuff like that, man. He just a terrific guy. The world's a brighter place with Uncle Harold. I ain't kidding y'all. But anyway, somebody said hi, Southwind. You're welcome, Jamie. Thank you, bro. You didn't have to do that, man.
That nephew
Jamie
Jamie.
said, "Yeah, nephew Jamie. Yeah." And he reached out to me, man. Nephew Jamie, he reached out to me a few weeks ago. He was like, dude, I've struggled with anxiety and stuff, for a long time when I was younger. And he said, I'm praying for you, bro. He said, I want you to know that. Dude, those messages right there, that's just as good as any other medicine I could ever take, man. Just to know
Right.
that other
It is.
people are there, man. But Jamie, dude, you didn't have to do that, man. Not $10, you didn't have to do that, bro.
And that's what amazes me about this is there's people that they've
See you,
had faith
Kurt.
they've had faith in the Lord, but they didn't necessarily want to talk about it. And
It's
this
hard
kind
for
of
some people to open up, man. But
right.
I felt like when you hit me up, I was thinking about it anyway because I promised God that I
Well,
would, if I ever had a fan base, that I would use it for the kingdom, man, or
right,
His will, and because I know what He did for me in 2009, man, He saved my life. But
right.
whenever you reached out to me, man, I knew I was like, it's time. Like this is perfect. Yes, I don't know
Yeah.
what it was, man, but Captain
It's
Kurt,
just
I'm
it's
so
just a
sorry about that. I'm so
no, go
sorry to
ahead.
keep interrupting you. Captain Kurt
No.
said off to mow the grass. Kurt, you have a good Sunday, bro.
Yeah,
Love
have
you,
fun,
appreciate
Kurt.
you, man. It was great to watch your daughter crush your hopes and your dreams and put Buckeye's channel above yours.
No,
No, I'm just kidding.
it's not like that. She just man, say
No, it's
hello say hello to her. Give her
yeah.
a hug for me and ask her what her cap size is.
Ask her what her cat size is.
Yeah.
That's so funny, man. She did a little flip. She grabbed his arms and did a little flip, and she said, "What's your cat size?" She's the cutest little thing ever, man. Kurt said the only way I deal with anxiety is meditation and indica. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hey, that helps. That helps for some people. I can't smoke it, man. It makes me. Believe it or not, it makes me more anxious, which is really weird. I don't know why, but it does. It gets me anxiety. But anyway, hologram, you as well. Um, yeah, Kurt, have a good one, bro. Love you. Thanks for popping in, dude. Awesome. Always awesome to hang out with you. Um, he said she just heard you and started yelling, "Hey!" She
That's
loves Buckeye,
awesome.
man.
That's awesome.
Buckeye's the uncle that all of us never had.
You
Uncle
know
Buckeye.
what's amazing is I have 2 kids of my own, but I've probably got at least 100 adopted ones. You know that it's not on paper, but it's in my heart. And I've got I've got a buddy of mine. I mean, we just been friends for a long time, and I was we were there for each other when our kids were born. You know, and
Yeah.
and and they consider me, they call me uncle. You know, and man, it feels good. It feels good to be that sometimes. You know, when someone don't have a brother, when they don't have a friend, when they don't have um, one of their family members is gone. They never had a dad. You know,
Right.
I mean, I could never replace someone's family member, but man, if I can be your friend, if I can pray for you, if I can just love you in spite of what you do, in spite of what people think or what they say, or you might not agree with their actions. You know, and everybody's not going to agree with mine. You know, but hey, what's so hard about loving each other? You know, I
Oh
guess it's
man.
easier for some people to hate. And that's what's funny. This guy asked me to react to a song, and that was the title, was "Hate," and I was like, I'm gonna react to it anyway, even though I'm not a hater, you know. But
I feel you, man.
yeah,
Uh, Young Main Girl said, "Uncle Buck." I talk about you.
Uncle Bud.
You
Oh
remember that
yeah,
movie?
yeah,
I love it. I love that movie, man.
Uncle. Yeah, I do too. That was a good one.
British Bulldog said, "I'd prefer if we could get it on paper, Buckeye, that you're everybody's uncle."
Hey man,
Hey, man.
I'll adopt you also. That's why I call everybody my brother and my sister. You know,
Yeah.
some people don't understand. I've had my granddaughter ask me, is he really your brother?" And I said, "Not blood, but we're brothers." You know,
Yeah.
that's my sister. You know, I try to treat them. You know, I do have a real brother and sister. You know, even though my brother's not been in my life. You know, my sister has. You know, and we're pretty close. But I try to treat everybody that way. You know,
Man, it's so crazy when you open up like that, how much more enjoyable life is.
it is, man.
When you go around with this angst all the time, man, it
Right?
really it hurts you. Like it physically makes you feel different. It's so
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah,
Try to be positive in a negative world. You know, I can't say that I don't have negative thoughts. I can't
sure.
say that I don't have bad days, but I try not to live there. I
Right.
I catch myself and I try to get myself out of it, you
Right,
know.
right. And man, it's that's what I have, anxiety disorder or whatever, and it's hard for me to break that habit sometimes, man. I haven't dealt with it in like 15 years, but it's hit hard lately. I've had some
Right.
pretty rough things I've been dealing with lately, and dude, it just I try to
Hey, come
just
here.
and meditate and just put myself in a positive space. And
Right.
I'm not the only one who's ever went through stuff. So
No, no, we're not.
Randy Perkins said, man, I've had 3 different father figures in my life since I lost my dad, and Buckeye reminds me of all 3 of them.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
Wow, thank you for that.
That's really cool.
Yeah, here he is. Can you see?
What's happening?
Big
Hey,
creek.
what up, Big Creeker?
We ain't caught nothing. We probably have no bait.
Yeah, I was
Oh
about to
man.
check mine.
Yeah, once you check on all of them.
Oh well.
Can't catch no fish without bait.
Well, my woman's up. She just went back in, so I couldn't show y'all on video. My woman's up. If y'all want to do 5 more minutes and then get back to fishing or something like that, we could do that. But hey, Big Creeker, it's good to see you, bro.
Good to see you.
Oh, this is more important than fishing.
Yeah, that's true.
A lot of
I'm
people would never think that I would ever say that, but it is.
you like to fish, man. You do.
Oh yeah, we was here
I
last
miss it.
night for a little bit.
I miss it, man. It's peaceful though, man. I remember sometimes going by myself and just sitting there, just at creeks or whatever I was at, and it's peaceful.
It is. You just got to find your peace. Some people, it's not for them. They just don't enjoy it for some reason. But I'm glad. You know what? I'm glad everybody don't enjoy fishing because there wouldn't be nowhere to fish.
There wouldn't be any people.
Right.
There wouldn't be no fish in the water, probably.
Big Creek, are
Yeah.
you going to Cincinnati?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to go too, man.
Yeah, I bought his tickets.
If there's a lake nearby, pond, we'll go fishing. How about that? Maybe
Was this?
maybe I can get 2 or 3 days off and come
Yeah.
fish with you guys or
I think
something.
Ords was coming down. I think Thursday or Wednesday. I can't remember. But he's wanting the night fish, and I was like, man, this is just a little redneck paradise here. There's just a pond, but it's peaceful, it's private. If you want to go shoot guns, you can do that. Want to go shoot pool, just want to hang out and fish, And they usually put a pretty good fireworks show off here. And I last 8 years I've came here to watch fireworks. I won't drive anywhere else because you got all that traffic and
Yeah,
my mom said, "You seen one firework, you seen them all."
that's funny. I've never heard that. That's pretty good. No, I know what
My
you mean.
mom was something else. She didn't have much patience for things, especially crowds.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
our
dude.
fireworks was driving down the road, seeing everybody else shoot them all.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to go to Nashville all the time, dude, but it's just gotten nuts lately, man. It's just too
Yeah,
much for me now. But Dirty South Creeker said, Drew, you got anything you fixing to drop music wise? Yes, I do.
yeah,
I did another remix to a Johnny Cash song, Ain't No Grave. I remixed it, put a rap beat on it. Johnny, please don't be upset about that, man. Times have changed a little bit. I got a little beat on
yeah.
your song, but hey, I mean well, Johnny. Don't roll over. Uh,
Hey, I've got a Johnny Cash shirt on today.
oh, you do. I don't know why I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
Oh man.
I do that every Sunday morning. I mean, I'll have my meditation with the Lord, but I
Yeah.
like listening to Johnny Cash's music, and
I don't know, man.
you know,
Something with Johnny it resonates with my soul, man. Like I like
right,
Elvis, but he was just my style. But
right.
I got a Johnny Cash remix coming out. I'm supposed to do a song with Moccasin Creek, Jeff McCool. Um, I have another song with a guy named Hitman. He's got about 50,000, 60,000 subs. Um, and I have a song. Well, that's it right now. That's it right now. I have talked to a couple other people, big artists, about doing some music together. We're talking and we're working on it, but I can't announce it right now. So, but anyway, thanks for asking, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, shout
Randy
out to
Perkins, another good comment here. Randy Perkins said, "Check out the song Where I Find God." I love that song, Randy. Dude, that song is. If y'all have not heard that song, it's by Larry Fleet, I believe. Look up Larry Fleet, Where I Find God. It's an incredible song. Buck, have you ever heard that song?
I believe so. My wife,
Man,
I mean, that's all she listens to is, and I do too. I mean, a lot of
yeah,
people surprised at what I listen to. I mean, honestly, and
yeah. Well, if you haven't heard it, dude, look up Larry Fleet, Where I Find God. He's not a Christian artist, it's actually a country artist. But that song is really, it talks about being on the lake and finding God too. It's really, you just got to listen to the song. It's an incredible
right,
song. But,
yeah. And
but yeah, go ahead.
shout out to Dirty South Creeker. He's a trip, man. Every once in a while, he'll call me through Instagram. Where we can see each other,
Yeah,
and it's just amazing the relationships we've built with people, and
yeah. Oh, I think he called me the other day. I forgot to call him. He said call me back or something, but I
yeah,
forgot
I
to call
know,
him back.
man. I mean, I
I
feel
forget
bad about
everything.
that because my own daughter. I mean, she was like, because I didn't see her text. My wife gets on me all the time. So trust me, she's bad about it. She's like, "Didn't you see this? Didn't you see that?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't. I don't see
Yeah,
everything." She's like, "Well, I'm not everybody." She's like, "You need to see my stuff." So yeah, I get it. Trust me. I mean,
I do
I
the
get
same
it.
thing, man. I'm
Yeah,
terrible with names, and I can remember faces though, man. I never forget a face, but
I think
names,
some people think that we just do this all day long or something. Sometimes,
yeah.
you know.
Now I got a day job,
Oh
but
yeah,
yeah, I make a little money off YouTube, but I got a day job. I make some vacation money. That's about it.
right.
But
You buy
but
you a cheeseburger.
right, right. Well, man, I'm gonna try. We've been on here about an hour and a half,
It
and
don't seem
I'm
like it
gonna try to
doesn't.
get off here. My woman's up, and I think we might go do some today. It's so pretty out here. But
Right.
I am, man. It was just a really nice Sunday.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming, Big Creeker.
Yeah,
Stay
what's up?
big, baby. Stay big.
I'll stay big.
Hopefully, I'll see you
You'll
guys in
catch a big
Cincinnati.
fish. Yeah, I
Uh,
can't wait for it.
yeah,
I was wanting to go to one of the Indiana shows, but I don't think that's going to work out.
yeah,
But and we need to plan something every year, even if there isn't a show. But
absolutely.
that's what amazes me is just talking to some of you guys, and we was talking about trying to figure out a way we can all get together, and all of a sudden, church drops his tour dates, and
Oh man, wasn't
we've
that
all
cool?
and I feel so bad. There's so many people that I didn't get a chance to meet, and I mean, I'm nobody but I love people, you know, and
Genuinely, I get that. I get that from you, man.
I
One
just
hundred
don't
percent.
let. I even love stupid people, even though they're stupid. They just don't know they're stupid, you know. That's been one of my sayings. My wife says she's going to have it put on a shirt.
Are you trying to
But
drop a hint at why we're friends, or what? Is it?
no,
Is that what you're saying, man? It's okay if you are. I
no, I was
forgive
like,
you. In the Lord, I forgive.
I know when I'm being stupid, right? I know when I do stupid things. But the sad thing is, some people just don't know that they're stupid. You know,
Yeah,
that's the truth.
that's true. That's true. I don't care who you are. That's funny right there. No,
Yeah,
man, I love you guys. And
love all of you.
as the most you can do in your life is
Yeah,
accept Christ of salvation by being your sacrifice and dying on the cross. Look into it. There's a lot of lives on here. We talk about some stuff like that.
and that's the
But
difference too. It's the difference. It's one thing to say that you love the Lord. It's a difference when you pray for people, you forgive them, you let things go.
right,
That's how you know someone's
absolutely
genuinely their heart has been changed. Let it go. It's not worth it. It's not worth
right. Well,
rehashing
the
some old
Bible says that
trouble.
Bible says if you knock and you search for the Lord, you'll find Him. So, guys, I encourage
Yeah,
all of you to do that. Talk, even if you think you're talking to the sky. Sometimes
right.
there's a deeper meaning than all of us. We didn't just happen by accident. But guys, do that. I encourage you. I love you guys. I'm gonna jump off here. Me and the old lady is gonna go. Young lady.
Yeah,
Me and the young lady.
hey, I, I heard her. That's something I've never
There
called
she
my
is.
wife.
She
Hey,
can't get away. Turn
you
around.
get on him
Turn
about
around.
that. You
Turn
don't.
around, Jones.
He's not allowed to call you the old lady.
She she said, "I agree."
That's
Oh
something
yeah,
I've
you
never
you would
called my
love
wife.
Buckeye. I got a
I call her
I got a
sweetheart.
second.
I call
Yeah.
her baby. I got
Oh
all
yeah.
them sweet names for her. But
I got her
if I
for a
ever,
second on the live. She was on for a second on here,
sorry, I
and
don't mean to be
she.
preaching at you and telling you what to do.
Oh
But
no no no!
she'll love you
I
more if
shouldn't
you
do
call her
that.
sweetheart and baby.
You're right about that. Hey, I'll take lessons from you any day, my man. I need them when it comes to married life.
Hey,
I ain't denying that. Sometimes I learn the hard way. I get put in the
man,
doghouse.
34 years we married this year, and we dated for two. And you just learn a lot of things. I'm still learning things. I'm still trying to improve on
Yep.
things and better that, and And a lot of people, they probably get sick of me posting about my wife or talking about her. And not because I don't brag about anything. I don't. But she's one thing I can brag about. I don't know.
Right.
I personally don't know anybody else. She's made me a better person, you know,
Mhm.
and that's what
Well,
we're
man,
supposed to do. We're supposed to
I've
make
had to
each other better.
change. I've had to change, and there's nothing wrong with looking at yourself, examining yourself, and changing. It's necessary.
Yeah,
Growing as a human. Stillhouse said, anytime you guys want to dig up some arrowheads and you're in Texas, hit me up. I'll blow your mind. That sounds really
that
cool.
sounds like
I don't know
fun.
when I'm coming to Texas, but hey, I love stuff like that.
I think my wife must be watching because I think I just saw that she just texted me. So
Well, you ready to hop off, or you got
I
anything to say?
I think she's wanting me to take her out to dinner or something.
Oh, okay. Well, don't let me get in the way of that steak dinner.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to say, man, I love you, appreciate you. You
Love
know,
you
I know
too.
that we don't.
Here's my beautiful wife.
You, she's just like hi. She's like,
She don't
yeah.
like it. She don't like
The things that
the
we have,
limelight.
some of the things we put them through, but at least I've always been able to make mine laugh. You know, even when she's
Yeah.
like, you know, I've never really seen her really like mad. You know, but I
Wow.
always have a way of making her smile. And that's all that
What's your
matters.
secret? What's your
I don't know.
don't don't be a butthead like me.
Yeah, don't be a butthead. No, there's times I am. You know, I admit it. You know, then I
Right.
realize it, and I'm like, man, you know, hey, I'm like I said, I've never claimed to be anybody. Man, I'd rather make someone smile, and to think that I would hurt somebody or make them cry. Oh man, I can't stand that. You know,
Yeah. You got a
unless they
big heart,
deserve it.
man. I love it, man. You remind me of some of my family. And I'm gonna tell you, like somebody told me one time, uh, when I was in line, Creeker Cat really in Nashville, Creeker Cat really picked my spirits up, man. She was really nice to me. But I don't
Oh,
think
she did
she
all
said this,
weekend.
but somebody told me one time, everybody's somebody.
Yeah,
And we love you, brother. And everybody in the chat, and they said it earlier, Buckeyes, he's like the uncle I never had. You know, yeah, it's good stuff, man. We love you. And,
and
and
one of
man,
my
we ain't done
friends
this.
told
We ain't done this in about 3 weeks.
yeah,
I missed y'all.
one of my best friends told me that I was the brother he wished he never had.
Wished you never had. That's
I was
hilarious.
like, I was like, is that the way it's supposed to go? You know, I
don't
don't
sound.
think it's
That don't
supposed to go
sound
that
right.
way.
It don't sound
Yeah,
right. Something wrong, something off about that. But no, guys, I love you guys, and look around on the channel. I got an interview from Brian next coming. I was backstage at the church concert. Um, if I missed anybody and y'all had a really important comment or a prayer request, feel free to get on another video or something, comment, and I'll promise you, add me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and I promise you, I will try my best to say a prayer for you. Um, much love, guys. I'm going to get out of here by saying a quick prayer. I guess I'm going to do that now. And my old sign off line was get out of the swamp and come to the creek. But I
right.
just interviewed the swamp. But apparently, Broadnex is from the swamp, so I can't say it anymore because I love the swamp.
Hey,
But you guys, I got some songs coming out. I got interviews coming out. Y'all go check out Buckeye's channel. Go subscribe. He's got 10,000 subs now, dude. That is so crazy. My bro is killing it.
I really don't even like to even. It's no big deal to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
is, but it's not. You know, I've not had a party about it or anything like that. I don't know why people want to look at my stuff. I have no idea. But I had to go out and I had to delete some of my videos and I don't know why, because I've had them out there, you know,
right.
and
Well,
some of them had a
you're
lot of
just good
views on
people,
it. So,
man. You just have that vibe. You're good people, man. That's truly what I believe.
hey, I had someone comment on one of my reactions and said that I was the Stevie Ray Vaughan of reactions,
Hey,
and I took that as a
that's a
compliment.
compliment right there.
Yeah, Yeah, I took that as a compliment. They said I look like Stevie Ray Vaughan. But
Anaya's
hey,
World said, "Are y'all a couple?" We're a couple of creakers.
yeah, a couple of creakers.
Creek
No,
Squad, baby.
we're married and got wives, and we got lives. We got people that we care about. You know,
We got what? Yeah, yeah. Oh man,
including all of you.
people like to talk that smack. I love it. I love it.
That's
Y'all,
all right.
y'all welcome to the channel. All
Let
right, I'm
them.
gonna get off of here. Love you guys.
They're not doing it the way we're doing it. So let them go talk that lottie dottie.
Lottie-dottie.
That's in the song I reacted to today. Up
Oh,
church,
is it?
that country way. Yeah. He
Oh
said,
yeah,
"You
the
ain't
country
doing it
way.
like I'm doing it, so
Dude,
go talk that lottie dottie."
man, it's
Yeah,
been so cool just going to even just 2 shows so far on the tour. I'm gonna try to go to more if I'm able. Man, it's just been so cool just to be some part of that. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
Nashville was so crazy, man.
That whole
So cool.
experience was something.
And then to hang out with Upchurch afterwards, and y'all hung out with him the Friday night before, and to hang out with him
Yeah,
Saturday night with
because they
man,
said
it's just
something about you guys coming Saturday, and I thought, man, this guy ain't gonna want a bunch of people at his house when he just had a show, And I got
yeah,
up that Sunday morning. The sun was just coming up, and I was sitting there right at the edge of the Cumberland, and I looked on Instagram, and that's the first thing I saw was Ryan Upchurch, and he wasn't going to bed until he got a picture with Ripta because they just kicked it like they never kicked it before, and I was like, you know what though? I mean, hey, there might be some other time,
oh man,
I'd love to sit down and have that conversation like I had with Alan Carter and Dale, you know, and that's the thing
right,
about it. I don't treat anybody, you know. I wouldn't just leave this dude behind to go see this guy. You know what I mean?
right,
I'm
right.
just not that type of person.
Well, man, it
There
worked
was a
out to where
time.
at
I'll
least
say
we all
this.
got.
I will say this. There was a time me and one of my buddies, and everybody thought he was weird. Everybody made fun of him and said things about him, but he was my friend. And some other guys pulled up. My brother was with them, and they pulled up in their hot rod and said, "Hey, man, you want to go? Go to the batting cages, shoot some pool?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." And he's like, "Oh, he can't come." I was like, "Well, see you later." See you guys later, man. You know, and he never forgot that. He never forgot it. You know,
Yeah,
can you imagine? Can you imagine if I'd have been like, "Yeah, we'll see you later," and just left him there on the sidewalk?
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah,
That's a bad feeling, man.
yeah. But anyway, I'll let you go. Enjoy your day with your beautiful wife. You call her tell her that's my beautiful lady. It's that old lady. I'm
Beautiful
trying to
young
give you
lady.
some pointers. I'm trying to give you some brownie points.
Hey, I need them, man. I'll take notes. I ain't kidding you, man.
Yeah,
Everything's been good lately. Though. Everything's been really good, and
that's awesome.
we've been growing together, and everything's been really good. I just the Lord blesses me, and even in the hard times, He sees it through, and it's just it's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
EJ, what up, EJ Bingus? I ain't seen him in a while, man. I remember him
Yeah,
from a
howdy
while
to
back.
you, to all of you. Like I said, I can't see the chat or anything, but God bless y'all for real.
Yeah, I love you guys, man. Um, yeah, sorry guys, we've been on here almost 2 hours, and I got to head off. I got
I'm
some
just
stuff I
here
got
to
to
tell
do.
you something while you're on.
I appreciate all you guys on here, though. That's it's wonderful.
Hey, wait a minute.
Buckeye,
My wife said she's got to tell me something while we're on the live. What do you got to tell me?
what you got?
You're making that man's wife wait.
Uh-oh, do you hear her? She said I'm making your wife wait.
Stop.
She's laughing.
Hey, I'm sorry. I tried to cut him off. We just keep on talking though.
That's what she said.
We
She
miss.
Worse than a woman.
Oh
only
man.
to certain people. That's not true.
He said he
There's
missed
some
me.
people I get around, I don't say a word. You
He
got
missed me more than you. I didn't want to tell you that, but he said he missed me from Nashville.
oh man.
No, that would be awkward.
She's like, now I'm in trouble. No, I'm
No, that
not.
would be
You know,
awkward. Yeah. Yeah.
She knows I'm gonna bring her something sweet. She tells me that all the time. You know, and she's like, did you bring me something sweet? And the times that I forgot, I'm like, yeah, right here, you know. She knows I ain't lying.
Milk, milk chocolate.
She said she just had the joke with us.
Oh no, that was
All
funny.
right,
That
love
got
you,
me.
baby.
Love you.
Good talking to you.
All right, we'll catch y'all later.
See you, my brother.
Love y'all.
Love you too. Lord, thank you for this day. Thank you for letting us all be able to get on here and love on one another, pray for one another, empower one another, and talk about Jesus. Hopefully, we'll be able to do it every Sunday again, get back into that routine. Pray for my brother Buckeye and his son and his whole family and all you guys in the chat. If I missed anything, let me know. Text me, message me. Pray for you guys, and God bless you. God be with you. And seek a relationship with Jesus. It's the most important thing you can do. Amen. Love you guys. Happy
Amen.
Sunday.
Y'all have a blessed one. Love y'all.
God bless you.